You never really expect your life to flip upside down on a Tuesday morning. Not when you're just out stretching your legs, breathing cool air, trying to remember what peace feels like. But that's exactly how it happened for Captain Leona Brooks, and the way the world judged her that day, well, that's something she'll never forget. It started in Ridgewood Springs, Arizona, a quiet desert town where the loudest noise most mornings was the hum of sprinklers timed to hit patches of lawn no one actually used. Leona had just returned from a humanitarian deployment overseas, one that kept her gone for 19 long months. She'd seen real danger, real chaos, real sacrifice, so the stillness of home felt almost unreal. That morning, she threw on a gray hoodie, some old army PT shorts, and hit her usual running route through the neighborhood. The sun was just beginning to warm the sand-colored houses, birds making those soft little chirps that only happen before the world fully wakes. Leona nodded hello to an elderly couple walking their poodle. They smiled politely, the way folks do when they don't really know you but want to seem friendly. Everything felt normal, until it didn't. Up ahead, she noticed a young guy standing at the porch of a stucco house, hunched over the front door like he'd lost something. But the way his eyes darted, left, right, back again, that wasn't a man looking for keys. That was a man checking to see if he was being watched. Leona slowed down. His hands shook as he stuck something thin between the door and the frame. A lockpick. Amateurs always look panicked before they flee. This one was no exception. She exhaled. Come on, man, really? Before she could even take her phone out, a voice blasted from the porch camera, I see you. Police are on their way. The burglar jumped, cursed, and bolted. Leona didn't think, she just reacted. Hey! Stop! Her voice boomed across the quiet street like a drill sergeant snapping a platoon awake. The guy looked back, eyes wide like a spooked deer, then sprinted full speed down the sidewalk. Leona went after him. Act I, the hook, a hero misjudged. The chase wasn't dramatic at first, just a soldier tracking some kid who made a stupid decision. But Leona's instincts were sharp. Her stride stayed even, her breathing controlled. She'd run farther with 80 pounds of gear on her back. He zigzagged between houses, cutting through an alley, skidding past trash cans. She stayed on him. Give it up, she yelled. He didn't. The guy panicked, dug into his jacket, and whipped something shiny out. A pocket knife. Not big, but deadly enough in the wrong hands. He spun around. Back off. I swear I'll use it. Leona halted, feet planted, mind calculating distances, angles, options. She spotted a wooden broom handle lying near a dumpster and grabbed it. Put the knife down, she ordered. This ends better for you if you do. You don't know anything about me, he hissed. I know you're scared, she replied. But running isn't gonna fix that. For a moment, it looked like he might listen. Then he charged. Leona deflected his swipe with the broomstick, pivoted to the side, and delivered a clean kick to his ribs. He collapsed, dropped the knife, scrambled back to his feet, then ran again. Leona didn't chase this time. Sirens wailed in the distance. Good. They'd handle it. She picked up the discarded knife and waited. And that's where the disaster began. Act 2, the struggle, when prejudice does the talking. A patrol SUV screeched to a stop at the end of the alley. Two officers jumped out, a tall blond man with a stiff jaw and the frustrated energy of someone who takes his job too personally, and a younger Latina woman right behind him. The man, Officer Kurt Benning, spotted Leona immediately. His hand flew to his holster. Drop the weapon. Hands where I can see them. Leona blinked. Whoa, hang on. I'm the one who stopped him. Benning didn't listen. His eyes weren't registering details, only assumptions. A woman in a hoodie. A knife in her hand. A break-in nearby. And her skin color. On the ground, he barked. Now. Leona swallowed her frustration. Officer, listen. I'm Captain Leona Brooks. U.S. Army. The suspect ran. I don't care who you say you are, he snapped. Kneel. Hands behind your head. The female officer, Rosa Delgado, frowned. Kurt, maybe we should. Rosa, don't, Benning snapped. She's dangerous. Leona stared at him in disbelief. Dangerous? I literally chased the suspect for you. Get down, he repeated. His hand was now fully gripping his gun. Leona slowly placed the knife on the ground. I'm cooperating. But you're making a mistake. Benning smirked. Oh really? You jog with knives often. That jab hit differently. Unnecessary. Loaded. Rosa stepped forward gently. Sir, she's calm. Let's verify ID. Benning cut her off again. You want to verify something? Fine. After she's cuffed. Leona inhaled sharply. The humiliation flared hot across her chest. The same chest that had earned 3 service medals. The same hands that once disarmed an armed militant without firing a shot. Now she was being treated like she didn't belong on the same streets she swore to protect. She slowly moved to kneel, then Benning lunged forward, grabbing her wrist roughly. Her soldier instincts reacted before her mind could stop them. She swung her arm away. Get your hands off me. Benning stumbled back, and in that split second, made a decision that would change both their lives forever. He drew. A single gunshot cracked through the alley. Pain exploded through Leona's thigh. She collapsed onto one knee, breath punched out of her lungs. Rosa screamed, Kurt. What the hell is wrong with you? Benning stood frozen, face pale, gun still trembling in his hands. She resisted. I had to. You absolutely did not. Rosa yelled. Leona pressed her palm to the bleeding wound, eyes burning with fury. You're gonna regret that, she hissed. Blue and red lights reflected off the alley walls as another squad car arrived. The police chief himself stepped out, Chief Vernon Hale, a stern man with lines on his face carved by years of seeing too much. He took one look at Leona, and his blood ran cold. Oh my God. Captain Brooks. His gaze snapped to Benning. You shot her. Benning stammered. Yes sir, she resisted arrest. Chief Hale stormed toward him. She is a decorated army officer, and you didn't even think to ask a damn question. Hand me your badge. Now. Benning's jaw dropped. But I. Now means now. Benning's hands shook as he dropped his weapon and badge into Hale's palm. The chief turned back to Leona, kneeling beside her. I'm so sorry, Captain. We'll get you to a hospital. I promise you, this won't be swept under the rug. Leona grimaced from the pain but locked eyes with him. Good. Because I'm not letting this go. The incident exploded nationwide. Officer shoots decorated black army captain. Another case of racial profiling, this time caught on camera. Why didn't the cop listen? News crews camped outside the hospital. Protesters filled the streets. Veterans groups demanded justice. Military commanders called for accountability. For days, Leona recovered under heavy security, answering endless questions from investigators, attorneys, reporters, and commanders. When she finally stepped into the courthouse weeks later, still using a cane, the crowd erupted in applause. Benning entered next, in handcuffs, eyes hollow. He avoided her gaze completely. The trial lasted 3 long days. Witnesses spoke. Rosa Delgado testified boldly. Bodycam footage showed Leona calm, compliant, wounded. The burglar was even captured days later and confirmed Leona's version. And then came the moment everyone waited for. Leona herself took the stand. She spoke slowly, steadily, voice heavy with the weight of everything she'd endured. "I've served this country for 18 years. I've been shot at by enemies overseas, but I never imagined I'd be shot at in my own neighborhood, by someone sworn to protect me. I didn't threaten that officer. I didn't resist. I didn't deserve a bullet in my leg because of the assumptions he made the moment he saw me." Her words echoed across the silent courtroom. When the verdict came, people held their breath. Guilty. On excessive force. On reckless endangerment. On civil rights violation. Benning was sentenced to 14 years. Leona exhaled. Not happy. Not triumphant. Just, relieved. Because this wasn't just her victory. It was a message. Months later, Leona returned to service, walking with a slight limp but standing taller than ever. She became a national advocate for reform in policing and military community relations. She trained departments across the country. She spoke on news channels. She inspired thousands. But here's the twist, the part that still sparks debate. Officer Rosa Delgado, the one who tried to stop Benning, resigned from the force and joined the army under Leona's mentorship. Some people praised her decision. Others accused her of abandoning the fight within the police. Some argued she should have testified harder. Others say she was a hero for stepping up when no one else did. The internet still argues about whether Leona should forgive her former partner's silence. Or whether silence is complicity. And maybe that debate is the point. Because Leona always ends her interviews with the same question, and now I'll end this story with it too. Do you think we should judge individuals for their split-second decisions? Or judge the entire system that taught them to react that way? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear every opinion, even the uncomfortable ones. And if powerful, emotional, thought-provoking stories like this matter to you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Your voice keeps these conversations alive.